Welcome back, brothers and sisters. I am Braden. This is Langley Outdoors Academy, and thank you for stopping by. Alright, guys, this is the kind of video you need to send to everyone you know in the gun world. I'm going to be real honest because this one should make the hair on the back of your neck stand up. And if you don't have hair on the back of your neck, the hair wherever stand up, because this one has got me waving the red flag. See it? See it waving? I'm concerned. Okay. So what we got to talk about tonight is the ATF maybe getting $1.5 billion from Schumer in a federal budget plan. What could go wrong? I don't know. You can tell me in the comments field below. But this is really, really important because this is now a federal bill. This is going to be in the federal budget. We're going to talk about this in depth because Schumer and the other leftists are up to it again. Everything is going to be linked in the description box below for your review. This is breaking news as of today. So this is a big one. So make sure you like, and also YouTube is sending out that little algorithm scrubber to make sure that we've got no spam accounts on this channel. So make sure that you weren't accidentally spam scrubbed. Make sure you are still subscribed and that bell is going because we are breaking all sorts of things right now. The gun world is crazy with news, and I want to make sure you guys are fully aware of what's happening. Now, we're going to talk about something with the ATF, which correlates really nicely to the reason why I founded the Second Press, which is the sponsor for this video. The Second Press is a unique platform that has never been done before for the Second Amendment on Substack. These articles are from Second Amendment advocates across the nation, delivered to your inbox Monday through Friday with full narration from myself. The reason that this is pertinent is because there are 7 to 8 articles highlighting the entire length and life of the ATF from the 1800s, how they went from the IRS division into the individual bureaucracy that they are now. The key to unwinding this problem is understanding and finding the end of the rope, and it's in there. So make sure you take advantage of that 2-week free trial because this is the next step. We are going to do amazing things that you will be a part of. So enough of that. Let's dive into this because this, like I said, wave the red flags, hair on the back of the neck, goosebumps, whatever. Here we go. Schumer seeks billion-dollar funding boost for ATF to help battle gun violence in New York. Again, breaking from today from a news conference. Let's keep going. The Federal Bureau of Alcohol, Tobacco, and Firearms plays a critical role in helping state and local governments stop illegal guns, and they need a big funding boost in order to come to New York's aid, according to Senate Majority Leader Chuck Schumer. Now remember what we talked about all the end of last year, particularly November, December. When they don't have any legislative power left, they're going to turn to the executive branch. DOJ, bureaucracies like the ATF, the OSHA, CDC, all of these things, they're going to start to try to implement their legislative policy, which failed inside executive bureaucracies. That's the only thing that they have left. They don't have judicial, they don't have legislative, they only have executives, which is what we're talking about now. That's why they're starting to do this. But listen to what they want to do, and you tell me in the comments below if you ever start to get uncomfortable. Check this out. During a Sunday morning press conference today, the New York senator said he's seeking $1.5 billion in the next budget to fund the ATF's operations, which, he noted, are critical towards addressing the epidemic of gun violence in the city. Now, he's talking about New York. So why would you ask for $1.5 billion to fund a federal agency from a federal budget? You really think that's only going to stay in New York? There's even more here because it kind of let a few more of the details slip. Quote, the ATF will need these resources and these dollars to take on trafficking, disrupt the Iron Pipeline, that's a highway from New York all the way down to Georgia, and focus in on New York, Long Island, and beyond, Schumer said on January 30th. And beyond. That's interesting. Iron Pipeline goes all the way down to Georgia. Okay, let's keep going. As budget negotiations continue, this priority will remain on the front burner. We know what the scourge of gun violence does to a community, and it is even more tragic when so many, the vast majority of these crimes, come from outside of New York. They are going to go into a full-on, full-court press. Guns is going to be a Democrat mainstay. We've done videos about it on CNN. We've done videos now about Schumer requesting more money. You're starting to see this. They're going to make guns a framed point of their campaigns because they have nothing else in November. Let's keep going. And that's why you need to subscribe because we're going to cover that deep. Along with combating the flow of illegal firearms and ghost guns into New York, Schumer said, the additional ATF funding would also be used to support the Department of Justice Special Strike Force, focusing on suspects connected to gun crimes in New York and elsewhere. So far we've had beyond and elsewhere. Also, Do you guys remember the Department of Justice Special Strike Force? Remember what cities those were in? Los Angeles, Chicago, New York, Washington D.C., San Diego. All gun control cities, and those are all federal. So the strike force from the DOJ, which is a federal agency, underneath the guise of the ATF, federal agency, is going to get $1.5 billion in a federal budget, which is then going to have control over that entire strike force, which is national. You really think that's only going to stay in New York? I got a bridge facility in Arizona, has great water views if you believe that. But listen to the last thing Schumer says. One thing is certain here. Without the $1.5 billion I am pushing for in this upcoming budget for the ATF, these plans will not have their full impact. And we need full impact to address the flow of these crime guns in our communities and across the state, Schumer concluded. You are looking at something that's a little concerning, particularly with what's been going on directly related to the ATF recently. $1.5 billion, and I mentioned earlier all the federal parts of this. Do you really think that's only going to stay in New York under Governor Hochul's little task force only in New York? Like I said, bridge, Arizona, it's beautiful. I'd love to sell it to you. That's what I have for you guys tonight. Let me know what you think in the comments field below. I will see you on the second press. There's a free 2-week trial, and I will see you tomorrow morning on the bullet points. I'm Braden. See you later.